the system?
No.
Okay. So we're kind of like starting fresh off and green again, which is, it's okay because it's an exciting time for our clients. It's an exciting time for seller lead gen, but it's also an exciting time because we just relaunched our whole interface. So you probably don't even know what the old one looks like, so we don't have to really dive into that too much. But what you probably do want to know is that our clients are having a lot of success using our tools to market. And probably the most exciting thing is they're getting a ton of success getting seller lead generation, meaning listings. This is our mastermind group I'm showing you now, and we can see a few items in here in the past few days, which actually happens every week, where people are just saying, this is what I'm doing. I'm running an ad with your tools. It looks like this, and I'm getting X number of leads, right? And here's another person saying, hey, I followed your 3 videos. I did exactly what you said. 2 a.m. I wake up and I have all these leads, right? And so a lot of our clients, this is a group inside Facebook that we're looking at right now. And Facebook is actually a really incredible area for capturing leads right now. So it's where we keep a secret group. You guys are all welcome to it. I'm just pointing it out to you now so that you can kind of get at a high level that people are having a lot of success here. This person, Cody, as you can see, has 7 listing appointments already with 305 seller leads generated since April 1st. So we're just halfway through the month. This is, kind of a constant theme here. We've got great tools inside listings to leads. You actually have access to all of them. And some of them are designed to market listings. That's originally why your company came to us. We have great single property websites. We have great virtual tours, landing pages, e-flyer programs, ways to get to Craigslist, all kinds of stuff to market listings, and more importantly, capture leads. But we also have a whole series of landing pages. And those landing pages are kind of designed to capture, first, a lot of people use our landing pages to get listings. And so if you wanted to do that, you can see we've got landing pages here for Scottsdale, and each of you have access to as many landing pages as you want. This is a fairly generic look, so I don't recommend you running with generic look, but it all works the same. And I'm going to fill one out real quick, and let's just see what it looks like when we use it. You type in an address, you click Show Me. That right there is us reaching into Facebook and asking for you to continue. And once you say yes, we then take the email address and deliver it to you and the name of that person that's asking about this address. So you get their address, their name, and their email. You can also ask for the phone number if you want, right? And I'll put it in here. No telling where this is going now, but this is going somewhere back to your office, okay? And I'll show you where you sort of connect all that together. And what happens is it gives you a value of a home. And the agent gets that address, the contact information like I showed you, and these same numbers. And that's a good time for you to reach out to that person, right? And I actually have an email here saying, hey, and this is from Hunt, hey, here's your valuation. So it's an auto follow-up, right? So I'm going to turn that off. And that kind of shows you a little bit of what we do. That's one of the 50 tools that we have inside here that you each have access to now. So I want to get back to the listing section. We did kind of dove in a little bit to the property valuation section, but I want you to see the kinds of things we do for you, and the kind of tools you can have to get a ton of exposure. Here I see there's a little green message here about an open house. That little green thing is telling me I've got an open house here. And there are a lot of tools to market that open house. When you set an open house in the system, you can actually, we'll send you a tool for Facebook, We'll send you an e-flyer. We'll send you a print flyer that you can do some door knocking with. We give you a tool to post it over to Craigslist as well. But when you click the tools, we actually get right over to the system and see some of what's available. So let's look here. What is happening here? Let me look at this. For some reason, it's all grayed out. And that's kind of telling me there's no photo on this property. And that's why it's a big gray background. Let's see here. Let's look at this property. Perhaps it'll get us a little bit better view. Oh, there's an exclamation mark. So that means we don't have photos there. This is what a typical listing landing page looks like. Okay. Now, I'll kind of show this to you in depth, but we have a number of tools that are designed for social media advertising. And that might be for Facebook, it might be for Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, etc. We have what's called a single property website and a listing landing page. What's showing right now is a listing landing page. And a single property website, you kind of all know what that is. It's going to have your logo. It's going to have your picture. And it's going to have a number of what we call, it's going to have obviously the information on the home and the description and all those important things that you need to have. It's also going to have what we call lead gen links. And I want you, if you start logging into this, to kind of pay attention to these lead gen links because they were set up by the office a long time ago. But they're important because people will click on them. So I'm going to click on search all homes for sale, and it's going to show me where is that driving to. And this is driving to an old website, but it's actually not the website for this agent. And that's because the agent had never logged in, and you all will have your own ID and password. But here is the actual website for Susan, and that's who this property is for. So I want to make sure that those links can capture leads for her on her own website, drive people right to her own website. In case the person who clicks on this doesn't want this home, but wants to see other homes in the area, they can do that. There's also a link here for free home values. And you all have these, and this is actually designed for Susan. The leads captured here would go to Susan. I do recommend you change the background picture on this because I don't think this looks like any part of Arizona I've ever seen. And that's not difficult to do. And then there's a link here that says Anthem Homes for Sale.
Yeah.
And this link here is an old school link. And you can see what it is. If you want to sign up for a free list of homes at Anthem, fill that out. This is not maybe the best thing. I think if people want to see homes for sale in Anthem, I would rather point them to this site, right? Or maybe to the search real estate area on her site so that I can actually do that, right? So I'm going to copy this link and kind of just dive down that rabbit hole real quick. When we click edit on any listing, there's a section that says lead links. And on every listing, we have the ability to create multiple lead links. And I'm going to just point it to the property search area of her page. And I'm going to check this so it makes it active. And I'm going to say Anthem Homes for Sale. And if anybody can sort of blurt out, what's the price point in Anthem where homes just sell like hotcakes? Like, is it under 400 or under 500 or 3 or 800? Also, I'm going to deselect this one that's pointing to search all properties. And I'm going to point it here. And I'm going to say search all homes.
Under 400.
Under 400 is the price? Okay. And I'm going to say Anthem Homes.
I'm willing to say it at the bottom. I don't know. It might have to be actually.
So what's happening is, Anthem Homes under 400 Okay. So now I've got a free home value. I've checked these. So these are going to be active links for this property. So I'm going to save it. Oh, what is that? Oh, you know what? I see what that is. It doesn't like anything after the .com, and I actually just noticed that. So we'll fix that tonight. That's interesting. That is what it is. Great. Okay, got it. All right. So I'm going to refresh this page so you can see what in the world I am yammering on about. When you market a home, and let's just say you put that home on Facebook, or you put it on LinkedIn, or you send it out on an email, or you put a virtual tour out on Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com or your own website. When people click on that, we put these lead generation links on the side, right? Or you put them in, right? I think we're the only company that actually makes this, interface to where you can actually maximize the lead gen for a particular listing. This home is for sale in Anthem, Arizona. So if they don't want this home, we can at least assume they're interested in properties in Anthem, right? And since Anthem homes under 400K fly off the shelves, we can point them to a place on our website to look for homes like that, right? And so these links now where it says Anthem homes under 400K, when we click on that, we're pushed right over to Susan's website, right? And that maximizes her business, right? When we click on free home values, this landing page is actually designed to send leads for home values to Susan. If people want to search all homes for sale, same old thing, we're pushing to her website. And that's just a nice kind of added, part of our platform. But the reality is these tools generate a lot of leads by getting them into high traffic areas. And that's where the agent has to sort of step in. So if I go to this listing, and we're going to go back to the listings page one more time. And did I lose where I was? I think it's here. It's in Anthem. This is what I want everybody to kind of remember in the beginning here is, yes, we're probably the only company with lead generation links. Most companies, a lot of advertising companies out there that will create single property websites, e-flyers. You probably have those all right now. And e-flyers are pretty awesome, and single property websites are pretty awesome from a branding standpoint, but not really very effective from a lead capture standpoint. And that's really where we shine. You'll notice another thing here is there are different statuses. And the status changes in our platform are very, very powerful. I see here there's another open house, so I'm going to see if there's... Nope, that's funny. There's something happening with your feed regarding open houses. But what I will do is I'll kind of change this one. We'll work this one with Susan that we were fooling with earlier to show you kind of what's different when these statuses change. Right now we have a property here that's just listed. And if we go look at the tools, I'm going to show you the tool that we recommend that you use for lead capture. And that is what we're looking at right now. It's called a listing landing page. It falls under the section of social media posts and ads. And these are the tools that agents like to use. And the number one and number two tools are the listing landing page, which you're looking at now, and the single property website. But I think they have different times when these landing pages are more valuable. When a home is coming soon, just listed, open house, or just plain active, a listing landing page like this, I'll click view to see it, is a great tool to use on social media, okay? And if you want to get it to Facebook, you can actually click the little Facebook icon there. And it'll open up Facebook, and you can say, hey, here's a great new home. And then give something, that's important about the home, right? New kitchen, great schools, awesome neighborhood, the buzzwords. And just click post, and bang, your your ad is out there, right? It's going to be on Facebook. And to show you what that looks like on Facebook, let's just go look at my page real quick. And it looks like that, right? Here's a great new home. And so if anybody clicks on this, it opens up the listing landing page. And if I click on this, continue with Facebook, it's going to open up this little window. I don't know if you could see that. And it's going to tell you, and I'm not sure who this agent is. They're going to be like, what the heck just happened here? That agent is going to, it's Mary, is going to get a lead with my contact information. Mary, I'm not in the market for anything in Arizona right now. But that's the nature of what we do. We create tools that capture contact information and deliver it to you instantly. So the key is, how do you use the tools, right? And so here we have, I showed you if we go into listings, we set the right status. In that case, it's just listed. The way you get the tools out here is you go to the task list. Every status has a different set of tasks, right? It's the same task, but you're marketing it out again to say, hey, get your social media out, right? And so here you can see that on April 12th, Mary already did this. She went over and she got the Facebook seller lead gen that was automatically sent out and sent it out to her client. And this is automatically emailed to you. And Mary seems to be logging in or something. I don't know, Mary, if you can hear me or if you can speak. Did you get this tool automatically in your email, or did you log in and find it like we're doing right now?
She actually doesn't know quite much about this program, so she doesn't know.
Okay, no worries. And that's the whole point of this call. When we go to it, what happened, I'm going to kind of repeat how we got here, right? We made sure that our listing was in the right status. We clicked on tasks. And what you should all do at this point is go through the tasks to market. And let's just go through a couple. Let's start at the top. As I said, this home is it's just listed, so the landing page is the best tool. I actually shared that out there already, so I could check that box and close it. And it's going to save the date and say, I actually did it. And so Mary kind of poked around. Maybe she didn't quite do anything. Maybe she checked it and said, but didn't do anything. This is what Mary should have done. She could have gone right down here, copied this information between the two red lines. And this, notice it's social media post for seller social media. It's another unique piece or a unique thing that Listings to Leads does. We design tools for you, the agent, to send to your clients, okay? To help them sort of get involved with the marketing. And what you do is you say, hey, this is, and notice, this is what it is. Now notice it's coming from me, Vincent Mason. That's not really it wouldn't be like this. This would be from your client. And it says, our home just listed for sale, and Mary Montague at Hunt Real Estate ERA created this and many other tools to mark out our home. Check it out and leave a comment. So now all of their friends, the person who put this on, your client's friends, would see this. They'd see that the home is for sale, which is awesome, but they'd also see that you are their realtor. And that's probably, when you think about referrals, it's probably from their, you're hoping to get referrals from their friends and family and colleagues. And probably the number one place your clients are communicating with their friends and family and colleagues is on Facebook. It's the place where 71% of adults spend about 40 minutes every day is on Facebook. So when you're able to tell all those friends, hey, I'm their realtor, that's just great for you. And it also is part of marketing and getting your property out there. So once you finish that, close the button, close the green button. You've saved it. And then the share image, we don't really need to worry about that. That's a little bit of a deep dive. But I will tell you this, the virtual tour you should definitely use. And I mentioned earlier that our branded virtual tour has lead generation links. I'm not going to dive into creating the lead generation links right now for Mary because we kind of did that earlier for Susan. But this is the virtual tour that is auto-generated from the photos that come in from the MLS. If you're investing with a professional photographer and they're creating another virtual tour for you, awesome. You can embed that inside of this as well. But you'll notice that there's a lead capture form that pops up, and I can either click continue with Facebook, which means you're going to automatically get my email and name, or I can click here and fill this out as well. The point is the tool, even the virtual tour, is designed to capture leads for you. So the number one thing that you should do since you're with ERA is copy this hyperlink and put it in a platform. And I don't know what you call it in your office. Most of, it is called by many of your colleagues a platform called Crest. And if anybody can jump up and answer that for me, that would be awesome. But Crest was provided by Realogy, and Realogy owns ERA, and they have this incredibly powerful syndication platform. And they will syndicate your virtual tour with your links out to many websites, including your competitors' websites that are part of Realogy, right? So companies like Coldwell Banker, if you have Coldwell Banker in your local markets, or you have Century 21 or Better Homes or Sotheby's, they're showing your listings, right? Everybody's showing your listings. But Realogy through Crest will push your virtual tour with our hyperlink, with our lead gen links that are pointing people back to your website out to all of those sites. So it's worthwhile for you guys to get in there, copy the branded virtual tour, and then once you're done, just click that button so that you just know I've done it. There's an e-flyer for your database. If any of you are sitting on a CRM with a ton of people in there and you really aren't engaging them, well, you can copy this, and there obviously is a picture and a link to drive them to the single property website, which is, of course, designed to capture leads for you. There's even a little graphic and a website there designed to help Mary get more listings, get your free home value. And then it's going to have her contact information at the bottom. And if she had lead gen links, all of her favorite lead generation links would be at the bottom in her signature bar. Okay. So you don't have to use every tool, but pretty much every tool you use is designed to capture leads. You got your print flyers. You have print flyers for nearby homeowners if you're going to be doing any door knocking. These things are designed to actually push people back to you, right? And you can go through the list here, but the point is when you've kind of done the piece that you want to do, you can then just check it, say that you're done, close it, and go to the next. You will notice that there's open house marketing, right? And so I am going to, since Mary is sort of tinkering with this, Mary, remind me at the end, I will try to remember, I'm going to add an open house to this. And because I'd like for you to see what is really useful. And if we go to edit for this property, right here, close this, sorry. I got to remember where open house is. Open house. We will set the date for Saturday. And I'll remove this, but we'll save it now. And the open house, once we save an open house, Mary, you're going to get a stack of tools in one email. And it's going to say, congratulations on that open house. Here are all the tools. You're going to get a print flyer. You've got it right now. You're going to get a print flyer. You're going to get a Facebook ad. You're going to get a tool that you can actually use at the listing presentation for people to fill out. And notice that that landing page for the same house looks kind of different. There's kind of the old ticking time bomb thing going on because it's time sensitive. It's going to happen in 4 days, right? So that's kind of the nature of what's going on with listings to leads. every status change is an important time to market your listing again. This is, the caveat here is this is really only important if you want to grow your business with lead generation. If not, hey, you can do the same old thing and put your listing in the MLS and wait for an agent to bring you a buyer, right? People have been doing that for years. Our clients are focused on growing their business. They like buyer leads. They like listing leads. And so all of our tools are wired to capture leads for you. So there's one other thing, and we're going to use the same property to I'm going to delete this open house. We're going to use the same property to show you what happens when this property actually, let's see here, listing information, when we take advantage of a different status. And you noticed it was just listed. I'm going to change it to just sold. And I'm going to click save. And we're going to notice that now the same property has a really different look, right? It says another property just sold, recent home values affect your home value. The listing landing page for just sold isn't as exciting to me. What is exciting to me is the single property website. So when it's time to do your social media marketing, I recommend you put this out on the internet. I recommend you put it out on Facebook, definitely. You put it out on LinkedIn. You put it on Pinterest if you want. You just click these buttons right here and it'll push it out. But while I'm talking, you can see that this lead capture form already pops up. A minute ago, there was a ticking time bomb. Now there's something here saying, hey, that home's sold and that's going to affect your home value. And what happens if I put in my address? You kind of remember. In this case, Mary's going to get my address, my name, and my email address. I am going to get an instant home value. And so that's really the story of listings to leads. Yes, we have a lot of tools you already have access to, meaning you probably got single property websites. You've probably got print flyers and you've probably got e-flyers, but you don't have access to tools that generate leads the way ours do. So the way to get involved with this is to log into your account, make sure that you've got your listings in the right status, go to the taskbar and just follow those steps and get them out. Now, you know me, I work in this and this could kind of look like, hey, pretty easy for you, but I don't know what in the world you're talking about. So for you, you can't quite see it, but way over here is something that says open walkthrough, and it'll take you through step by step. Here's what you do here. That might not be as important as this one here. And again, you can only see it. There's a light bulb here. And this light bulb opens up a video and it talks about everything that you just saw on that page. And there's a video right here. And notice it talks about how to get tools to your social media, how to get a Facebook ad out, how to use a single property website, how to access the virtual tour, right? How to use the e-flyer for your seller sphere of influence. All the things that I kind of described, you can actually go, you know what? I want to just know about how to get the virtual tour. And when you click on that, it's Scott telling you this is how and what's going on, right? So tutorials are embedded in the system to help you just navigate the whole platform. And that's really, you know, the key is that you have information that'll help you. You now can see that you have access to tools that can help you get a lot of leads. And you notice that that open house that I showed you, that open house, Mary may be the listing agent, but maybe Donald Putty here wants to showcase that house to sit on an open house for it because Mary's super busy. Donald can pull in the same listing into his account, set the open house date and time for it, and he will start generating the leads before he even gets that open house. And our clients that use our open house often come back and say, hey, we've never had as many people in an open house ever. And so there's just a lot of tools wired for lead capture and exposure. So that's the great thing about the listing side. Probably the more exciting side is the landing page section. And that is because I kind of showed you before in our mastermind group how people are using landing pages to get more listings. And so we got a couple here for Scottsdale. Let's see if anybody's done anything with them. Yeah, so the thing about this is a default landing page. And we make it default because pretty much everybody in the country has a computer today, especially if they're going to buy a house, and they can probably get a cup of coffee. So you feel like that's relevant, right? And while it might be default, it's almost completely useless in terms of lead capture. What does work is when you have that same exact landing page with a photograph of Scottsdale, or if you have a video of Scottsdale. So I'm going to just go to, let's see here. I'm going to do the easy thing. I'm going to just type in Scottsdale AZ. And let's just see what Google can tell us, right? Google's got all kinds of info, but if I click on images, that looks like Scottsdale, maybe. It's 1,000. Oh, I got to take a couple other steps here. Size, larger than 4 MP. And is there anything kind of generically looking like Scottsdale? This all looks like Arizona. But let's just take, that's super big. But let's just take that one. Oh, how did I lose it? And let's right click and save that image as, and you save it on your desktop. And then you go back to this, and let's go Scottsdale, that first one, and let's edit it. Oh, good, I got kicked out. Great. What happened there? Scottsdale, edit. Weird. Oh, that might be an old page. That might be an old page. Let's see. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Nope. All right, well, let's start over. It's probably better we do start over. I'm just going to dream that you're going to log in one day and you're going to say, I want to get one of those property valuations pages for Scottsdale. So this is what you do. You go to landing pages. You click on add new landing page and you click on property valuation plus. That is the page you want, and you click the green button to add landing page. And then it says create. Give it a second. What location? All you got to do is type in Scottsdale. Now you have other areas around Scottsdale. There are kind of adjacent towns, I think. Yeah, because that's kind of the Phoenix area. So, wow, there's something really weird happening with your account. Am I logged into that? Wow. That's really odd. Okay, that's the link I just created. Edit. Well, that's a weird. I'm gonna log out. I just did this 30 minutes ago. I didn't have this error, so let's log into my account and do the exact same thing. And hopefully it doesn't give me that same error. Or maybe Scottsdale is giving us something. So I want to add property valuation plus Scottsdale. Right. Save. That's what it should do. It should drop us on this section that says background. And you type in upload and you go to your desktop and you get that nice picture of Scottsdale and you click yes. And then once it's done, you save it. And then once it's saved, the page kind of refreshes and you can click view if you want and look at it. And so when I showed you my mastermind group and all of our clients talking about I'm generating, all these leads. It's with that page, okay? And it is in the mastermind group, and I would love it for you all to join our mastermind group. It's free. It is a secret group, so there are some steps. Robert, I'm going to send you a recording of this call. And with that same email, I'm also going to send you the instructions on how to get into this mastermind group. But you're going to see that people are on a daily basis saying, I'm getting leads from Facebook, and this is what I did. And what they're using is our tool behind their ads. Okay, so this is what this person here says, I'm just getting like all kinds of listings. 32 homes sold in Mechanicsville. The high was here. Get your home value now. So now that you have your tool, you got to get it on Facebook. Now, I know you're all kind of sitting there quietly wondering what in the world I'm talking about. Let me ask this one question. Have any of you run an ad on Facebook? Okay. So I'm going to run an ad on Facebook for you right now. And I'm going to show you exactly what to write and what to click to have that be a successful ad, okay? And before I do that, I want you to understand what we train on Facebook advertising all the time. It is the number one place our clients are capturing leads. Bottom line, and our clients can capture leads anywhere. We focus on capturing leads wherever we can. It is the number one place for capturing leads, including listing leads. And I'm going to point out, this came in on April 4th, and I don't know if you can read it because it's kind of small, but it's one of our clients, and he said, hey, these tools are invaluable. The other day I pushed out an advertisement. I spent $100 on Facebook, worded it right, and let it go for 3 to 4 days. I got 100 responses. These seller leads are invaluable. It would cost me thousands to get them from Zillow or SmartZip. And that's really the point, is we are not like Zillow where you can toss in your credit card and walk away and wait for leads to get there. And even if you did that with Zillow, you know as well as I how effective those leads actually are, okay? But I've got clients all the time telling us, hey, not only am I getting leads, somebody came in, and I got another person right here that said, what is it? I got 7 listing appointments since, April 1st, 305 seller leads. Again, they do exactly what I'm about to show you. They get their property home value page. They put in a picture that shows me that you know my area. This might be a little generic, but it sure is a pretty picture. And I'll just tell you, the whole concept being generic, I just got to dive a little bit deep on this, because my guess is you're going to want listing leads. And some of you may not. But if you want listing leads, hold on, you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing, because you pay for those. And I set up a Coldwell Banker office over in New Jersey. And they came back. We did a call just like we're doing today. And the manager called me 30 days later and said, Vince, we're getting all kinds of leads. We've done what you said. But what's weird is the number one ad getting clicked on for seller lead generation is this. It's the Summit Diner that's on Main Street. It's been here for years. And I want you guys to understand that, because realtors have all kinds of fancy ideas of what works in advertising. Maybe it's the multi-million-dollar luxury home that you think you got to hit. That's actually not always the case. But what is the case is you make sure that you let your market know that you know their neighborhood. Everybody in Summit, New Jersey, which only has like 25,000 people, they know this diner. And if you know this diner, you know my neighborhood. And I'm going to trust you just enough to give you my address and my name and email, right? That's what we're trying to do here. So You've got the right picture in the background. I'm not saying a desert, floor is it. You copy it. And what I'm about to show you is what everybody wants to know. So hopefully you're not too distracted. You log into your Facebook. Yes, you do need a business page. No, you don't need to have 5,000 people watch it. And if you have questions about this section, jump in. You go down here and say create ads. And the first thing it takes you to, there's going to be kind of some pop-ups here because of my browser and all kinds of stuff. But I'll get you to where we all should sort of see this. It says, what's your objective? Right? So here's the first pop-up. First, I just ran an ad and it says, I just want to start over. This is because I have a advertising blocker. You always want to use traffic as your consideration. I know you're going to probably think, well, I want leads or I want engagement or whatever. You always want to use traffic. What you're doing is you're running an ad and you're trying to drive traffic to a page. In that case, the page is this page. Okay. Now, sorry, I'm just closing a few tabs here. You want to give your campaign a name. And I'm going to call this Scottsdale Value April. Nobody sees that name except you. And I'm going to now give you the big Facebook strategy. And this is the bare minimum strategy that any agent that is working with us should be following. You should run one ad every week for $20 on Facebook about one listing. And that's bare minimum. Okay. And that means I've got something active, just listed, just sold, open house, whatever. Right. And you should run one of those tools I showed you, either a single property website or a listing landing page. Now, in case you don't remember what I'm talking about, I'm going to click on tools and I'm going to show you this is a listing landing page. This is a single property website. Looks like this. It's got all my lead generation links pointing to my site. Now, there are in my mind, there are two times to use one tool as opposed to the other. When a home, and you notice I got kind of different statuses. When a home is coming soon, just listed or active or open house, use the listing landing page. When a home is pending, under contract, or just sold, use the single property website. The reason being is that those statuses, those different tools are better designed to capture leads for you. Okay. So every week you should run an ad on Facebook for $20 for 4 days. Maybe it's an open house. Maybe it's something coming soon or just sold or whatever. But when you do that for $20, and we're going to do it together, you're going to see that probably, my guess is 5,000, 6,000 people will see that $20 ad. Okay. And then on the weekend, every weekend, you should run at least a $30 ad in the same area of Facebook saying, now click here and get your home value. So what you're doing is you're building a brand by telling people, I've got homes, I'm selling homes, right? And I'm associated with open houses and I just sold a home or something like that. You're doing that for $20 every week. And the longer you do that, the longer you run an ad, or more often that you run an ad and thousands of people see your name, that you're associated to something coming soon or open house or under contract or just sold, well, the better results you get on that $30 ad on the weekend, because now people know, oh yeah, that person had an open house. So yeah, I want my home value. Okay. So that's a long kind of monologue about the fact that name your campaigns so that after 2 or 3 months, when you start getting hundreds of leads every month, you will know what's actually getting clicked on. Where am I getting my leads the most? You'll probably know because the leads actually have some details in it telling you, but you might want to have this be able to examine. You click continue here. And this is going to sound a little bit techie, but we got to be real slow in this section. Because in my mind, this section is the number one, this is the most powerful part of Facebook advertising. And if you've got questions, definitely jump in here. So I'm going to type in Scottsdale, Arizona. And notice how handy Facebook is. They say, hey, here's Scottsdale plus 25 miles. But remember, your page is only talking about Scottsdale. So I don't need it to go 25 miles out. So just click that little button and say current city only. Now here's another fact that I just learned, which from our mastermind group, is that if you take this little button that says everyone in this location and change it to people who live in this location, this means that it's only going to show this ad to people who live in Scottsdale. Now, I'm lost. You probably don't want 18-year-olds clicking on your ad. I don't know, maybe there's some 25-year-olds who own homes. So I'm just going to bracket and say you got to be 30 years old to see this, okay? You might also want to do this. There's a button here that says exclude. Type in maybe the word realtors and say if they are a realtor, I don't want them to see it, because if they click my ad, they chew up my money, and I only want people who are not realtors to use my stuff. Here is the other super, super important piece of this, and this is placements. The object here is, do you want it on all, or do you want it on mobile or desktop? When you are trying to get ads, when you're trying to get listings, I recommend you start only with desktop. When you are trying to market and say, hey, I've got listings for sale and I got an open house or coming soon or just sold, then I recommend you use automatic placements, because what that means is it's going to put it on both mobile and desktop. And since so many people are on Facebook on mobile, I would definitely, if you're trying to build a brand, put it on mobile. Here's a couple stats about Facebook that you may not know. 71% of adults in the United States are on Facebook for an average of 40 minutes every day. And a super amazing number is 30% of all online time on smartphones in the US is on Facebook. So you definitely want to have some mobile exposure for your advertising, right? Your clients, you're trying to help sell your clients' homes. You definitely want, and if you know that everybody is spending time on their smartphones on Facebook, then definitely do that. So I always say at least put $30 on an ad for, and I'm changing the placements because we're trying to get seller leads here, right? We're trying to get listings. We're driving this page out. It's designed to get homeowners to give us their address. So I only want it on desktop. But here's the other big deal, important deal. When you're trying to get listing leads, start on the weekend. Start it on Friday and end it on Monday. That's basically $30. Okay? And notice the estimated daily reach is about, 400 to 2,400. So it's probably about, let's just say 1,500 a day over 3 days. That's about 4,000 to 4,500 people are going to see this ad. They're not all going to click on it, and it is pay per click. You're only putting $30 in. And just so you know, the average price per click for a seller lead is typically $1. So you might maximum get 30 clicks to your website. Okay? Now, maybe not everybody fills it out, but you probably will get a maximum of 30 clicks because we see it as like a buck a day. So I'm going to point back to my little, what do you call it? Testimonial, I guess. This guy put $100 in. He got 100 leads. If you put in $5, you're probably only going to get 5 leads. Okay? So it's called pay-per-click. Short is PPC. How much money you put in decides how many clicks you will get. Okay? So one more thing about this. In case you're not familiar with this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are not familiar with this, this has nothing to do with how many friends you have on Facebook or how many people you like or like you or like your business page on Facebook. What this means is that this ad will go in front of whoever lives in Scottsdale who is over 30 years old and who is not a realtor. That's it. It does not matter what they like or what they know about you at all. It's going to push this ad in front of these people. That's why Facebook advertising is so ridiculously powerful. Now, the other super important part is what your ad looks like, right? And so the way you change that, well, first of all, you want it to be a single image ad. You want to choose your business page. I don't have my real estate business page, so I'm going to use my healthy eating business page. And then it says, where is the destination? Remember, we're sending traffic. Where are we sending it to? We want to send it to my Scottsdale home, value page. And you're going to notice some default language. Recent home sales have affected your home's value. Yeah, that's probably true. Then this other cool one down here, what is your Scottsdale, right? Which makes no sense. So please don't leave either of these things untouched. Change this one maybe to free, because people love free. Scottsdale home values. And notice that when I change it here, it changes the words down here. It says now free hot Scottsdale home values. There's a button over here that says learn more. You can change that to get offer, get show times, whatever, right? Learn more works. But this line here is really the deficient line. And if you want to know what works, you could go to my mastermind group, because probably every 24 to 48 hours, some agent from somewhere in the country is saying, oh my God, I just ran an ad that looks like this, and I'm getting hundreds of click-throughs, and I'm getting all kinds of leads. And somebody put one right here this morning, and I copied it earlier so we can see it. And so I'm going to kind of wordsmith it and show you exactly what you should be writing in there. Now, I don't know the real numbers. You are going to know them, but I'm at least going to give you, the idea. 60 homes sold in Scottsdale in March. The high was, I don't know, 900K, right? Click here to get your automated home value in less than 15 seconds free. That's it. That's all you really need to write. And there's some really powerful stuff there. Obviously, if homes are selling and that's the high, well, that's important news. But when you tell somebody, get your automated home value, that's code for I don't have to talk to you, right? When you say 15 seconds, that speaks to the ADD nature that we all are today, right? Because we're looking at social media and TV and nobody can read anymore and all that. And then free is always good, right? Free has been working in advertising for as long as it's been around. So that is a very powerful combination of words that you should know. I am recording this, so hopefully you get back to this. or you just get into our mastermind group and you see that people keep writing this every day of the week. This is what is working, okay? So once you've gotten your ad to look like that, you can click confirm. And when you click confirm, you can, Facebook will say, great, we're going to review this, and then that's it. Now for this ad, on Monday, at the end of the ad, I'm going to get a message that says from Facebook, congratulations, you had a successful ad on Facebook. And what that means is you succeeded in giving money to Facebook, not necessarily that you succeeded in capturing any leads for yourself. So I want you to know what else they give you in that message. They tell you the reach. And remember, I was saying you'd get about 1,000, 1,500 people every day will see this. That's the reach, meaning when I log into Facebook, and let me just explain, I'm going to go to Facebook real quickly. And we're gonna gamble and see what on earth is gonna show up on my Facebook page right now. Let's see here. Hopefully it's G-rated. Yeah, okay. Oh, Kai turns 18. That ad shows up right here in the middle of the news feed. Okay? So this ad that you are creating shows up right here. And the first thing that Facebook tells you is the reach was seen by 4,000 people. And that means that 4,000 people saw it here. If they clicked on it, Facebook is going to say you got 100, 200 website clicks. That means they clicked on this ad and were driven to this page. Now, if they fill out this page, the first thing, if they fill out this and they put in their address, let's just do it one more time. This is typically what happens. They give the address, they put it in, and they say, get the value estimate. And it goes to the next page. We'll give it a second to do its thing. It says, great, there's a picture, there's a little map of your home, and that's designed to give more comfort level because the next question is, can I get your email address? Right? Can I get your contact info? We have your report. 80 to 90% of people would rather cut their arm off than give you their contact information. And so they just walk away right here, right? Now, that's still a good lead. You probably have other resources. You can go look in tax records or in MLS and find out who is the owner of that home. Just so you know, we have an integration with a company called Cole Information Systems, which is kind of like an online phone book. And if you subscribe to that, we'll reach into that database and give you their contact information every time that they have it automatically, okay? And so that's kind of the nature. So when you get that, when you press confirm and you get that message back, it's going to tell you, hey, you got 100 website clicks. And then you'll know from us, because we've been delivering leads through you during the weekend, of how many leads it's actually creating. So here's some troubleshooting to think of, because this is what may happen. What ideally happens is you get 20 or 30 or 50 leads over the weekend and you're like, oh my God, he's right. This is great. But a lot of agents won't get that. They will not pay attention to everything that I said. And so I'm going to tell you kind of the three major pitfalls of running this ad and where it doesn't work. One, and we hear this, it's kind of going away because people are starting to pay attention, is that the Facebook sends you that message and says, here was your reach and here was your website clicks. And people go, oh, I got 100, I got 200 website clicks, but I didn't get any leads. Nobody filled out my page, right? And the number one fix there is stop running it on mobile. Change your placements to desktop only. I did show you how to do that, but you know, many of us will forget it and we'll just say, oh, I want it to be on mobile. But this page does not work as well on mobile. It works on mobile, but people just aren't as comfortable with it. The other thing is your reach was the same. It was whatever it was, but you didn't get any website clicks. right? Maybe you got 5 or 10. That's not really compelling. And there's 2 things that you can do to change that. One is the language that you've written here, like I have. And 2 is your picture is not working. One of those 2 things is what's telling people I'm not interested. This may be common sense to most of you, but if it is a muddy or dark picture, this is a little bit of a dark picture, it may not stand out on Facebook. If it's bright, if there are bright colored flowers, it slows my head down enough to go, oh, what is that? That can work. That can really help. So it's really language in the photo really help what's going on. Okay. That's really it. And so that is how our clients are coming back and saying, oh my God, I got all kinds of leads because I ran it out like this, and I got, 100 listing leads. And well, they did exactly what I'm showing you right now. Okay. This, I think, is in there, right? 7 listing appointments, all that stuff, 305 leads since April. They do exactly what what I just described to you. And you actually have passwords to get in this whole platform. And if not, Robert, I can show you where to get those, and we will get your team in there. Are there any questions so far? It's pretty quiet. That was a bit of a long, I kind of went slow because I wanted you to really understand what's going on here. There are more tools in the system. There are tools for you to market your reviews. If you have reviews on Zillow, you can put this, we actually can auto pull that together, and it looks like this. It will have all of your reviews. It will have all of your listings on the side, and you can copy this, and it's pretty awesome. You can actually go to your Facebook page and tag your client and say, hey, Scott. This is how you tag them. Facebook should give you their name, but of course it's not doing it this way. Thanks for the review. Actually, I'm going to go another route so we can see what that looks like. Leave this page. Yeah, that's how you tag client. Thanks for the review. You can flower it up, right? You can make that look a lot nicer. Paste in the link. And that's what it looks like. So when you tag your client on Facebook, all of their friends and family see that they've given you a great review, right? They see that you're their agent. And if they are remotely interested, they can click this and they're going to see all your reviews and they're going to see all your listings on the right-hand side. So it's just another example. There are more tools in here. I think I've kind of gone on long enough for you. You're probably confused and wondering what's going on anyway. So everybody, all I can sort of tell you is we've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm pretty confident in saying we are definitely probably the #1 company when it comes to social media advertising. And I don't think anybody beats us in lead generation, definitely not at the cost. You can buy leads from all kinds of companies, and you know that. And then you don't have to do anything. That's the nice thing about some of those other companies. You actually don't have to do anything. You just give them your credit card and they send you leads. And then you can be the judge if those leads are actually helping grow your business or not. But our clients come to us and stick with us because they take a few steps. They get hundreds of leads every month, and those leads are turning into appointments, and they're turning into business. So that's the story. One last thing. I mentioned it a few times. This mastermind group is open to you because you are clients of ours. And to join it, click on settings up here, or click on that button, click on settings, there is something there that says the primary email address. take that email address, log into your account of Listings to Leads, and go to support. We do have 4 support people who answer these questions. Type in there that email address and say, please add me to your mastermind group. Robert, I'm going to get this recording of this call up on Listings to Leads or up on YouTube kind of in just a minute here. It'll take me a little bit of time. I will send that recording to you with the instructions on how your agents can join the mastermind group. I hope you guys use this thing. Our clients all over the country absolutely love it because there are a lot of tools and a lot of ways to capture leads and to market their business. So if there aren't any other questions, I want to thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.